What is that today still in my mind? First is speed, and the reason is that we have a competition. Then we want to be the first to the market. The early we can develop a drug, the early patient will get a benefit. That is of the most important thing in my mind. Second is manufacturing is not an easy thing, and anything could happen, and so you have to be prepared to resolve the issue quickly. You needed to be able to speed it to IND, get into the clinical trial, and then prove the concept and prove the efficiency in clinical study. Then you will be able to commercialize, right? So in order to launch a product as early as possible or to be the first to the market, you needed to do speed up to IND at the very beginning. Secondly, for biotech company, you always have a fundraising challenge, and you have to convince your investor that your drug is better compared to your competitors, your drug is infectious, therefore speed to IND to allow your drug into the clinical is critical. One is to take care of the patient and bring the drug to the market. The second is that to get the money to continue to do your development. One-stop shop CDMO, the best advantage is reduce the timeline. Imagine that for one drug development, you have to utilize 4 CDMOs. You have to deal with 4 CDMOs in terms of contracting, in terms of project management, in terms of drug release and shipping, and it's very complex. So it can easily add 6 to 12 months. When you utilize a one-stop shop, basically you can reduce 6 to 12 months, and that is make a speed to IND possible. Second is that when you utilize a one-stop shop, you can reduce the need for resource, and that therefore it will reduce the cost. And certainly it will reduce the complexity of managing the project. The reason is that if you need to manage 4 CDMOs, you have to deal with 4 project managers. And if you work with a one-stop shop, basically you can only work with one project manager, and that is very critical for a small biotech company. I think CDMO essentially you have to view they are your partners, right? And I often say that there's no good CDMOs because it's your perception, and you think that you sign a contract, the CDMO has to do everything for you and do anything in the way you want. That's just not possible. But you have to view your CDMO as your partner. You work with them, and you have to take care of their interests as well. You have to take consideration the challenges they have, and work with them and find a solution together. And I think partnership is the best thing you can have working with CDMOs.